Hello and a very warm welcome to episode 76 of the Sussex by the Sea podcast. A podcast that now covers local football in this great town of ours, as well as keeping up with all the frills and spills, highs and lows of my team, Hastings United. On the show this week, it's week 6 of the Hastings Report with ESFL veteran Leon Pettit and I running through all our local sides in action in the SCFL, MSFL and ESFL. Also on the show is the SBTS Fan Roundtable, where we talk that magnificent Cray win, that Lloyd Dawes sending off, and our upcoming game at the Pilot Field against Carl Shelton. Enjoy, grassroots fans, and over to week 6 of Hastings Report. It gives me great pleasure to have Leon Pettit here, ESFL veteran, for week 6 of the Hastings Report. First of all, Leon, how's your week been?
Painful. Yeah, did my hammy in at the weekend, didn't I? So walking around like an old man, getting too old for it.
No, but I do see, we're going to talk about it in a little bit, but I do see that your chaps won well. Was it 4-1?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
So yeah. Onward and upward, mate. Right then, so we get cracking into the SCFL. Because of the cancellation of a week, there was a couple of results we missed. So just quickly, it was the Peter Bentley Cup. So just a couple of those results, which was BEXHILL won 3-1 against Uckfield Town. Goals from Hayden Beaconsfield and 2 from Jamie Thorogood, with Uckfield getting a goal from Omar Abbas. In the same cup, Peter Bentley Cup, Little Common unfortunately got they got hammered by New Haven. 5-0 down at half time, but lost 5-1. It was a hat trick from Lucas Franzen Jones and a goal from Tom Underwood, and another goal from a unnamed Little Common player, which I've still not been able to find out. On the other side of things, Little Common had 2 players sent off, so it was obviously a feisty encounter. And Little Common's goal was from James Miriam Batchelor. Right, so that was the cup games. Now we're moving on to the this Tuesday games. So New Haven had the return leg of their game against Little Common. This was in the league, obviously. New Haven won 2-1. Goals from Jake Mears and Lee Robinson, with Little Common with a goal from Lewis Hull. They were 2-0 down, unfortunately. Little Common very early doors, but unfortunately they couldn't put it back. Now we then get to Saturday's games. Now this was a much better result for Little Common. They won 3-0 against Horsham. Horsham are a decent side as well, so it's great to see. Lewis Hull got a goal again, so did Freddie Warren and that man Sam Crutwell, and also Johnny Walker saw red for Little Common, so it was all feisty stuff. Any words on that stuff? Anything you know about that game, Leon?
What a result for Little Common. Horsham currently 3rd. That was the second defeat of the season. But obviously Little Common come out the blocks flying. 103 attendance there, so good little attendance for them. Reading through the Twitter, apparently Walker was, I quote Horsham's Twitter admin, he was sent off for a needless 2-footer challenge on 78 minutes. So, but they obviously Common managed to hold out. They had 2 more bookings in those last 10 minutes, so I'm guessing there's a lot of, let's call it game management, possibly. But really good result for them. It was nice to see. If you have a look on their Twitter, before the game they presented a chap called Pete Burton, who celebrated his 90th birthday last week, and all the players gave him a present. So it was a nice touch, nice to see.
Yeah, nice.
So good day all round at Little Common.
Yeah, nice to see the supporters being appreciated as well. So that's good.
Yeah, definitely.
So we now move on to the Saturday. Bexhill's game. An absolute cracking game. Bexhill beat Roffey 3-2. Dan Hull scored at both ends. Evan Archibald and that man Jack Shonk got the 90th minute winner. Adam Ali Meskin Hazuza got a red card.
Easy for you to say.
And Joseph Futers got the goal for Roffey. Obviously, the other goal was by that man Dan Hull, who we've spoken to on the phone many times.
Mm-hmm.
There's the goals and some cracking ones. It's great to see. Yes, Dan got the OG, but he made up for it with a goal. So, and well done, Bexhill.
Yeah, just about made it. So Rothie yet to get any points yet. So I was surprised to see Bexhill just about get the result there. But we'll see one or two tweets to suggest that a draw would have been a fair result. So yeah, Bexhill got a bit lucky there. But yeah, for the winner, it was good. Yeah. Good counter-attacking goal on it.
Great.
So if I was to be very picky, you could say the defender didn't need to get drawn in before the ball got passed out to Shonk. But still, what a goal! What a way to win it.
Yeah. And he made sure everyone knew he scored as well.
Yeah, poor corner flag. What did it ever do to you? Oh yeah, another thing I was going to say, Bexhill. On a personal note, it was nice to see Nathan Court come on because his dad's a postman. Obviously, used to work with him. So I think he made his debut last season before. But it's nice touch to see him make an appearance.
Nice one.
So well done, Nathan.
All you posties stick together.
Exactly. Might not be a poster anymore, but still.
So looking at the fixtures, Leon, Little Common travel to Eastbourne United. What are we thinking there?
Well, Eastbourne are currently playing very well. They're fifth in the table. Eastbourne have scored a fair few. Scored 15. They haven't conceded too many, but I mean, Little Commons, they're fairly decent at the back. So hopefully they can get something out of it. But no doubt it'll be a tough encounter for him.
Okay, all right. And then we've got it's Monday when we're recording this, so everyone knows. The Wednesday night game, Bexhill have got Eastbourne Town at the Polegrove. You've got to fancy Bexhill the way they're playing at the moment.
Yeah. This is their first actual home game as well, so it'd be nice for them to get back. But it could be an interesting game because Eastbourne are pretty decent at the back. Haven't really scored too many, whereas Bexhill are the opposite. Really, they've been scoring a fair few, but they've leaked in
a few,
quite a fair few as well. So could be an interesting game. But yeah, I'd fancy Bexhill for that one.
Right, so moving on to the Mid Sussex Prem, Hollington were facing Ringmer away at the Cayburn Community Ground, and well, they won comfortably. Goals from, according to Hollington, Drew Greenall, Bradley Pritchard, and Daniel Tewksbury. Just going back to Drew Greenall. Now, this was the chap that I'm sure had a serious leg break. He was quite a good player for Bexhill. I might have played a considerable amount of time for Bexhill, so it's nice to see him back and playing football and getting goals.
Hollington carry on their fine form. Got a very strong squad out. I was having a look through the team list, and you've got some really good players on the bench. I mean, Rogers was the top scorer, and I think the top scorer in that league last season. You've got Andy Corrigan on the bench, and Luke Woodley was playing for their second team. So you got cracking substitutes there, and guys that aren't even in the squad getting in. So they've got a really good squad depth.
Yeah,
Hollington.
I mean, they mean business, didn't they? I mean, they're destined to go up.
Yeah.
There's no money behind the scenes.
just behind the clubhouse.
Right. So moving on to the parish field, Westfield, another good victory against, unfortunately, Battletown, still struggling. Ryan Moore, Jordan Ray, and Corey Wheeler getting the goals for Westfield in what looked like a convincing victory. So next we've got Sedlescombe Rangers against Reigate Priory in a game that you would have thought might have a few goals. We had none, but still a good result for Sedlescombe Rangers, I think. Any thoughts on this game, Leon?
Yeah, if I was Sedlescombe, I'd be happy with that result. Reigate are third. They've come up from the league below and seem to be slotting in well in the Mid Sussex Prem. So yeah, to go away, keep a clean sheet, really, you'd take that. Probably not good for the spectators, but hey, highest football.
Yeah. So, upcoming fixtures, we've got Battletown playing Rotherfield on this Saturday. Do you think maybe Battletown might be able to get some points on the board with that game, Leon?
You'd hope so. Finally be able to get some points because Rotherfield are just above them in the table. They've only won one league game so far, so imagine Battle will be on this fixture up as a very good chance to finally grab some points.
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So then we've got, Suddlescombe Rangers were playing at the Warden Park Academy against Cookfield Rangers. Leon, I mean, how do you think that'll go?
No, it could be a tough game. Cookfield have won all 3 league games they've played so far. So yeah, they've got off to a good start. So it might be a tough one for Suddlescombe. The thing is with this league is, you know, away games are a bit further as well. So got that to contend with. But okay. We'll see.
We'll see, yeah. Yeah, so at the Gibbons, Hollington are playing again at home this Saturday. If any of you are free against Willingdon, I can't see anything else but a Hollington victory. What about you? What do you think, Leon?
No, I can't disagree with that. Willingdon are rooted at the bottom of the table, so for them to turn up to Hollington, I think they're in for a difficult afternoon.
Yeah. No game for Westfield this week. They're not playing until the 8th. Right then, moving on to the ESFL Prem. St Leonard's Social were playing Sidley United in Sidley's first game of the season. It's great to see them back. Unfortunately, for Sidley, St Leonard's Social won 3-1. Goals from Sam Richardson, Jack Elliott, and Adam Riley, with a goal for Sidley from Logan Copley. We got Bexhill Town first against Crowhurst firsts. Goal from Liam Richards. Okay, then it's Bexhill Amateur Athletic Club against Robertsbridge United. Big win for Bexhill here, 5-1. 2 goals from Ben Barton, 2 goals from Samuel Cherry, and a goal from Oscar Hammond. That was for Bexhill, and Guy Ballard got the goal for Robertsbridge. Hawkhurst United's first were playing Westfield Reserves in a feisty game for the goals and cards. 3-3 it finished. Mo Sally, George Lawrence, and Leon Fisher with the pen for Hawkhurst. Alex Malumba with 2, and Aiden James with the goals for Westfield. Unfortunately, Babacar Diop saw red for Westfield.
Surprised Crowhurst. Crowhurst lost. Obviously had them down as one of the favourites to win the league, but I don't really know too much about Bexhill Town's team with how they'll shape up. So they might be right up there this season. But as for the goals, tidy finish, wasn't it, for a free kick?
Lovely goal.
Don't know about the keeper's positioning though, to be fair, but yeah.
A harsh critic.
But it's a shame to see Rock'n'Roll unable to raise a team as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there. I know they've sort of one of these clubs that have had the same sort of group of players for the last few seasons. So, yeah, if that pool of players is getting smaller and smaller, then hopefully they can keep going.
Yeah, let's hope. Right, then moving on to Division 1. Well, first game. Little Common Reserves were playing Tackaway first, and Tackaway won 8-0. 2 goals from Lewis Finch, 2 goals from Toby Payne, a goal from Toby Shaw, Nathan Smith, Jordan Harley, and Kale Hakos made it 8 for Tackaway. Great start. Then we go to Sandhurst first versus South Coast Atletico. Sandhurst goals were Harry Dance, James Found, Finn Brooker, with the goal for South Coast Atletico from Harrison Prince. Pass and Move first. We're playing Battletown Reserves in a game that was a 1-1 at half time. It was a spanking win for Pass and Move. They won 4-1 in the end. Goals from Jack Booth, Callum Brand, Fraser Discali, and Joshua Page, with the goal for Battletown from Daniel Turner. Wadhurst United firsts against AFC Gestures. Wadhurst won 3-0 with goals from Owen Palmer, Toby Tapp, and Dean Tinkham. That was 3 second-half goals, so it was obviously close for a while, and that's Div 1.
Surprised to see Gestures lose. Because had them down as another one we had down as one of the favourites, but I mean, Wadhurst they've been pretty solid for. I mean, obviously they got relegated last season, but you know, if that's a group of players that have played in the Prem, then they've always, whenever I've played them over the years, they've always been a pretty solid team. So be interested to see how they do. Surprised to see Little Common reserves get thrashed, really. I mean, I know Tackaway they've got a good side there, but so have Little Common. So I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, so moving on to Div 2, Sutherland Rangers reserves against Victoria Baptists. Yeah, so Sutherland Rangers were up, Zach Boutwood, and Callum Ludlow got the goals for Sutherland, 2-0 up for a fair amount of the game. But then James Bellett got a goal for Victoria Baptist, but Sutherland Rangers hung on. Then we move on to a side that I think Leon knows very well, which is Icklesham Casuals. Looked like a magnificent 4-1 win with Tom Cumber getting a hat-trick and Joe Malem. And I've heard it's a good one, Leon. Is this true? Getting the goals for your side, pass and moves goals from Dylan Page. Tell us about the game, sir.
Funnily enough, as soon as I went off injured, we started playing well. I was sort of pulled off on the far side of the pitch, walked back round to where everyone else was, and as I was walking behind the goal, we scored. And
I'm sure you tired them out, Leon. You tired them out.
The second half. Yeah, no, I'm still fuming about it, but and then pass and move, they started off quite well. They was passing the ball around well. Their goal was, I'm sure the guy crossed it and it flew into the net, caught our keeper unaware, he was off his line. But then our fourth goal, Joe's goal, was the same, really. He's just, I'm pretty sure it was a speculative sort of cross into the area and it flew into the net. So what goes around comes around. But just pass and move started the game well, but for some reason, second half, they just weren't quite the same. We defended really well. Yeah, I don't think any team was really going to be scoring past us. Like I say, it took a bit of a freak goal for us to concede, but yeah, so, good day all round.
Yeah, so Icklesham's season started now. Is that what you're saying? A force to be reckoned with.
Let's not get carried away.
Oh, okay.
No, played well though. It's good. Yeah, got good bunch of players there. So good. Hopefully we can keep it up.
Okay. Yeah, who first were playing Norvium 75 and who won 1-0 with Callum Holt Burgess getting the goal. Hollington United reserves played Pesh Hill and 0-0. They would go on to Ninfield first. We're playing Bexhill Rovers first. Goals from Jason Taylor and Mr. Chris Agata for Ninfield. Won in the game. Aggie's back. There's magnificent hair on the boy. Does he usually turn up for Ninfield?
He was. He played for Sidley reserves a couple of seasons ago, didn't he? So I don't know who he knows over there. Either Andy Hales or is it Jason Taylor? Played a bit of county football, so he might know him.
So we could see a bit of Leon versus Aggie action. Is that what you're saying? Is it once your leg's healed?
Nice. Well, we're playing him on Saturday, so no.
That's a shame. So anyway, that was Division 2. I mean, how do you think it's shaping up? Who's looking the strongest at the moment, Leon?
Well, it's a bit early to call that, but I see. I wonder if the Hollington Pesh game is a bit of a feisty affair, because I don't know if you saw Hollington weren't too pleased that Pesh didn't sort of stay behind and put, for a beer or whatever. Yeah, well, because Hollington are really good at, putting out food for the other teams, and there's a couple of tweets there suggest it might have been a bit of a feisty affair out there. So obviously Pesh didn't like the Hollington welcome. And surprised to see Norvium lose as well. I mean, I know who are good sides, but I've sort of had a look through the lineup, and Norvium's team is very different to who I faced the previous week. So I guess a lot missing there.
So just going back to you, sorry to talk about you here, Leon, but like this injury, I mean, how long do you think you're going to be out for?
I have no idea. Still not rush back into it, really. It's annoying because I Googled it. You sort of Google how long am I going to be out for? You're trying to gauge how bad it is, because you get different strains different grades of pulled muscles, don't you? And I'm sort of reading it through, saying grade 3, the most serious, you feel like a popping sensation, which I did, but then I haven't got any swelling or bruising, and I'm able to walk on it. So it's obviously not that bad. But yeah, if you read the symptoms, it's all a bit, obviously I'm going to sit out Saturday. I might go over and just sort of,
cheer on the boys.
Well, more just to sort of see how my hamstring is, and during the warm up, just have a kick about if I can, or if not, obviously Hastings are at home, aren't they? So if I feel like I can't even kick a ball, then obviously I'll be at the pilot fields, but we'll see.
Well, if you're feeling sad, I'll buy you a beer. I owe you one anyway, Leo. Right, so moving on to ESFL Div 3, Parkfield first were playing Catsfield. Comprehensive victory for Parkfield. Tom Ellis, Craig Fullerton and Oliver Truman got 2 for Parkfield, with the goal for Catsfield from Jones. Then Orrington first were playing Ticehurst. Orrington winning it 3-2. Real back and forth game this, that Orrington pinched late on. Orrington's goals were from Tristan Hintz, he got 2, and James Bliving. The goals for Ticehurst, Thomas Buckingham and Harvey Poland. So just a quick honourable mention to Hurstman Zoo. We forgot their fixture last week. Either forgot or I accidentally cut it out. I'm so sorry. We missed them the last time we did this, when they had a magnificent 5-0 win against Parkfield. The lovely people at Hurstman Zoo. They won 5-0. Robbie Hodgson, Curtis Eyes, Hamit Tusker got 2. And that's that week. But now, yet more goals at Hurstman Zoo, as they were playing the Westfield Thirds, winning 8-2. Ridiculous. That Robbie Hodgson's got 4. Toby Jones, Rory Collins, Jake Brown and Henry Richards got the goals for Hurstman Zoo. They were 6-0 up at half-time. The goals for Westfield was from Lewis Barrett and Bala Shom. So great start to the season from Hurstman Zoo. Right then. So then at the Shinewater Lane, Sovereign Saints reserves were playing Rye Town reserves. Sovereign won 3-1 with a hat-trick from Philip Broom. The goal for Rye was from Jordan Osborne. Crowhurst reserves won at Mountfield. The goals were from Dale Matthews and Steve Payne. And then finally for Div 3, Hastings Comets 1, Bexhill Amateur Athletic Club 1. The goals for Hastings Comet goals from Luke Darville, and Bexhill's was from Dominic Sinden. Moving on to Div 4. Burwash Firsts spanked Tackaway Reserves at the Dave Brown Memorial playing fields. Philip Collins, Rise Cooler with 2, Lee Mansfield and Max Taylor with the goals for Burwash. Suddlescombe Rangers Development were playing Hastings Athletic. Hastings Athletic, I think, were 1-0 up with Harley Glazer getting a goal. But then, Suddlescombe went goal crazy with 2 goals from Ash Russell, Graham Stovell, Ben Linklater and Chris Ford with the goals for Suddlescombe. Westfield Fourths won 4-1 at the King George, the 5th playing field against Hawkhurst. The goals for Westfield was from Bobby Baldock, Hayden Sands got 2, and Ashley Jameson got the last goal for Westfield. The goal for Hawkhurst was from Peter Godden. Battletown Thirds were playing Parson Move Thirds. Yeah, Battletown managed to be 3-0 up. Goals from Brandon Darch, Ricky Rogers and Matt Ward. Parson Move did get a couple of goals, but we cannot find them anywhere. So my apologies. That game finished 3-2. Unfortunately for Parson Move Thirds, they couldn't quite get back into the game. And the last game in Div 4 at the Clappers Recreational Ground of Robertsbridge, Wellcroft Park Rangers reserves won 8-1. This game is only 2-0 at half time, so went just goal crazy. A hat-trick from Benjamin Ackhurst for Wellcroft, with more goals for Wellcroft from Mark Hedges, James Martin, Matthew Williams, Alan Pope, and Charles Fairweather. The goal for Robertsbridge was from Ben Tinge. Looking at Team of the Week this week, obviously all the clubs make their selections to see who can get in. So it's a mixture of all the different divisions. So Lee Vater in goal for the Who goalie, Lee Vater. You got a back four, Sedlescombe Rangers, Connor Henshaw. Another Who player in Connor Loke, Ivan Flanagan from Bexhill Town, Parson moves Harley Discala. In midfield, we've got Alex Malumba from Westfield, Lewis Finch from Tackleway, Joe Page from Westfield, and Sam Cherry from Bexhill AAC, with the strike partnership of Zach Boutwood from Sedlescombe and Tackleway's Toby Payne. Leon, faced any of these players recently?
I don't think so. I mean, I did nominate Tom, our striker. I got a hat-trick on Saturday, but obviously, yeah, I don't know if I got to put the vote in too late, but hey, hi.
So, Leon, that was the week that was. Well done to your boys for big victory this week. So I am genuinely sorry to hear about your leg, because I wanted to give you a few kicks in our Kick About Football match anyway. So I'm now no longer going to be able to do that. Mm-hmm. Leon, we'll speak to you next week.
I've been going out with a girl, her name is Julie, but last night she said to me when we were watching telly, this is what she said. She said, listen John, I love you, but there's this bloke I fancy. I don't want to two-time you, so it's the end for you and me. Who's this bloke, I asked her. Gordon, she replied. Not that puff, I said dismayed. Yes, but he's no puff, she cried. He's more of a man than you'll ever be. Here we go, 2, 3, 4. I was so upset that I cried all the way to the chip shop. When I came out, there was Gordon standing at the bus stop. And guess who was with him? Yeah, Julie. And they were both laughing at me. Oh, she is cruel and heartless to pack me for Gordon. Just cause he's better looking than me, just cause he's cool and trendy. But I know he's a moron. Gordon is a moron. Gordon is a moron. Gordon is a moron. Here we go, 2, 3, 4. Oh, she's a slag and he's a creep. She's a tart, he's very cheap. She is a slut, he thinks he's tough. She is a bitch, he is a puff. Yeah, yeah, it's not fair. Yeah, yeah, it's not fair. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Yeah, yeah. I ought to smash his face in. Yeah, but he's bigger than me, isn't he? I know. I'll get the mate Barry to him. He's threatening. Yeah, but Barry's a mate of Gordon's, isn't he? Oh well, I don't care. I don't care. 'Cause he's a slag and he's a creep. She's a tart, he's very cheap. She's a slag.
And now over to the SBTS Fan Roundtable. And massive thanks to Willsey, Robbie and Smithy for making it happen. Right. It gives me great pleasure to have the wonderful Adam Smithy, HUISC, Chair, Twitter bod, and top man in general, the wonderful John Wills, and a returning Robbo. He loves our linesman. There's so many things you've got to say about the officiating, and it's all spot on, and it's particularly spot on for this last night's Cray game. But hello, gents, how are we all?
Well, good.
Very well, thank you.
Good, I'm good. Honestly, I'm good. Right, so anyway, chaps, great to have you on. Well, this is the day after a magnificent away victory at Cray. Cray, who were flying, just fantastic. I personally listened to it on the radio Carter. Anyone that isn't going to be able to make a game, please listen. It was fantastic. But you boys were there. So who wants to start and talk about a fantastic 1-0 victory?
I do.
Hey. Bully boy Wills. There you go.
I think more than anything, this kind of announces Hastings United to the league. Really, I think we've not really had poor performances. We've gone under the radar a bit with the results that didn't always match our performances. But to go to somewhere and they were fourth, potentially going up to third or second, unbeaten for 6 games, and I don't know about what the other guys think, but I didn't feel we weren't threatened for the whole game. We didn't seem not in control. There wasn't a point where you think this is going to slip away from us. It was just, I think it's testimony to the brilliant defence, really. We've now had 4 clean sheets. I know you haven't at the moment. I get that one in again.
You got to keep it going. Go on.
Diarrhea in your house, but that's an incredible achievement, going up a level, 4 clean sheets again, and we played against some of the top teams. It's not crummy teams we played against, and I just thought, what a way to announce yourself. You go up there and it, we score at that time of the game, and you think that's perfect.
Robbie?
Yeah, it's a pretty good summary. I was about to say a classic Tuesday night, but it was a Wednesday night. It was a classic midweek night. Yeah, good form. As I say, we looked comfortable. There wasn't any chances where we were going to sit back and, oh God, they look like going to score there. They had a couple of half chances, which defence and Louis dealt with really well. There's one time in the second half, they had a really good ball in. Louis stormed through about 5 players, KO'd one of theirs, and took the ball cleanly.
Superb.
It was beautiful. But yeah, we were solid. We looked good. The players up for a fight, and ref didn't like that. But yeah, at one point, all 3 of our central midfielders were booked. So that shows the players up for a grit and determination. And if we had a bit of luck early in the season, we would be right up there near top, because obviously we've had 2 games this season where, we nearly won. We could have easily won. So trying to get the luck, all the 50-50 start going our way. It's good to see, and bring on Saturday.
Definitely bring on Saturday. Smithy, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, no, just echoing what the boys have said about the defence. Normally, when we're behind the goal, you sort of have moments like clear it. You get ever so panicked because you can't really see how close they're getting to the goal. But I felt last night we dealt with everything before they even got to the 18-yard box. Other than the chance that Robbie said where Louis come out and claimed the ball, I don't remember them getting really close, which is a lot more comfortable to watch. And I think it goes along with the last game. They're some of the most comfortable 1-0 wins I've been at. Okay, it'd be nice to score earlier, but we don't look like conceding, which is really good.
I was just saying, from the radio point of view, when old Carter said, Cray got a free kick, and the panic in me, particularly when we were 1-0 up, was, oh shit, they got some testy free kick right on the edge of our box, and it's like in their own half. It was always in their own half. There was never a time I didn't panic too much, and I particularly a 1-0 on the radio, that's you're guaranteed to be bricking it, aren't you? But it wasn't. It was marvelous, and to hear the Cray fans whinging in the background was excellent.
We didn't see or hear any Cray fan. Well, no, perhaps it's my eyes.
To be fair, Carter had 2 sitting right behind him.
Yeah, just chuntering.
Was the 2, yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, Popey deserves credit for his goals, actually. Although someone would hear about it saying simple, he actually showed fantastic composure. Because when the ball rebounded off the keeper, he actually got trapped down with his legs a little bit. He didn't panic, he kept calm, let the keeper come to him, and just slotted it past him nicely. So great composure, and it's good to see him finally get a goal again, silence the critics, and get back on the scoring sheet where he belongs.
Well, the anticipation as well, doing what the number 9 should do. You know, Haas has hit a beautiful shot. Just be there if it bounces off the keeper. Yeah, and the amount of times it does at this level, you just got to be there and you put it away.
Their defence switched off. I was expecting the offside flag to go up, but it didn't go up. It was timed it beautifully, and that's it. It felt like he had the ball for an age. I don't know how long it actually was, but live it felt like I had the ball for about 5 minutes. It felt long.
Yeah. It was you. We know how hard he works. He's always 100%, and right in their face all the time. But he really needed a goal for his efforts. I think this he couldn't have gone to a better person, really, with regard to that. I mean, he keeps his confidence up, but you're not always scoring in that position, and I think that was perfect. That he's got the winner there, and he's off.
Chaps, tell us about the defence again. Obviously, that's the 4th clean sheet. Insert John Will's joke. How immense are they playing at the moment?
I mean, really Breffo, for Breffo to keep Finn out the side shows how good he's playing. Stoney's just solid. I think obviously having Jake back really sort of bolsters and gives us more strength. But I think as good as them 3 have been, the standout's got to be Kane Penn.
Agreed.
At left back. You know, he's not a left back by trade. He's not left-footed, but he has just been immense, and he's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And he didn't stop running last night. No one got past him. He got forward well. He was unlucky with a cross early on in the game that sort of didn't quite get through. But yeah, they've been phenomenal as a group.
Yeah, Kane Penn goes unnoticed sometimes. I think Ollie Black had a similar problem a couple of seasons ago when he first came on the scene, went unnoticed with his good performances. And Kane Penn is having the same problem. Most improved player in the team, I think, from last season. Has not let us down once, as far as I'm concerned, this season. Was probably very unlucky not to get Player of the Month last season. Only got kept out. In fact, Chalmers was brilliant. Was the only reason stopped him getting it. But he's been up there, one of my players this season so far.
Again, I only heard it on the radio, but it sounded like Sammy Adams had a great game again. Am I far off?
Workhorse, just chased everything, got involved, never stopped running, leading the team as he does. In fact, he wanted to retire 3 years ago. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he sets the tempo because he don't stop running. It makes everyone else run. If you see Sammy, whatever he is, 35, 36 now, not stop running, you've got to run as well.
So talking of the Cray game, Lloyd Dawes made his comeback. It didn't last long, gentlemen. I mean, I've seen the video where it goes off, which is an absolute shocker. I'm sure you've all seen it. What's your thoughts? You were there.
Yeah. Like you, Rick. We're not fair weather.
You start, you bastard. Go
on. First one was silly. It's one of those. How many times have I abused the ref for not booking an opposition player for doing the exact same he did for the first yellow card? He did kick it away. Pretty much the ref wasn't going to do anything about it. Then a Cray player started shouting at him next to it and he caved and booked him. He did kick it away. Probably wasn't a third yellow card. And the second one, the tackle was not a yellow card, in my opinion. It wasn't even a foul, in my opinion. But you could make the argument, what is he doing making a tackle when he knows it's a yellow card? And the ref has been card happy all game. Any chance he had to book someone off their feet even slightly, he was booking all the Hastings players. So maybe he could have not jumped in, but
by the ref. we would have been saying, "Oh, why aren't they even challenging for that?" I mean, he had an amazing burst of speed. It was a 50-50 ball to go for, and I thought he won it cleanly.
He did. It's because a Cray player rolled. He did the classic, "Oh, I'm hurt," and then jumped up magically.
Was that?
I don't think he even touched him.
Scored. Had the ref allowed that to carry on, which he should have done,
Yeah.
Lloyd Dawes would have scored. It was just set up for it, and it was a good competitive burst of speed across there. And you know what really got me was it Popey that was through on goal, last defender, no one else in sight.
No intention of taking the ball, just barge into him, not even an attempt to make the ball, and the ref was like, "Oh, I don't know what to do." So
if you give the free kick and it's the last play and you stopped an obvious goal scoring opportunity, he's got to go, hasn't he? And
only thing that can save you, if you make a legitimate attempt for the ball, it's a yellow card. But he made no attempt for the ball whatsoever. And so you've just had Lloyd Dawes sent off very dubiously, and he gets away with that. And you think, where's the I was going to say where's the consistency, but the Lloyd Dawes tackle was anything but he's won a 50-50 challenge, but that just kind of makes you fume. It's just a good job that we have a 1-0 victory. Otherwise, these things are a bit more of an issue, aren't they?
Yeah, true.
I think we've been quite lucky this season that the refereeing has been a lot better. But last night was by far the worst, and it does remind you of some of the refs that we got last season.
I'm pretty sure I've seen him last season because I remember making some of the same ginger comments last season at Sevenoaks away. I remember making this.
There is more than one ginger ref in the league. Surely, Robbie. Well, I don't know. It's not the one that was the lino.
But no, I remember a similar looking ref at Sevenoaks away, and I was making all sorts of comments to him because he was also bad. Similarly, actually,
we won that game, didn't we?
We did. Another game we won with the ref was also card happy. So it could maybe be the same ref.
I think it was Rob's fault anyway, because his outrageous behaviour in the first half, actually complimenting the ref, saying, "I think he's doing quite well."
Oh God, I actually did say that. 20 minutes in,
he cursed it
because we had a 50-50 foul. We wasn't given in our favour, but then the other end, we took a Cray player out. Ref didn't give it. Pretty much identical tackle. I went, he's actually shown consistency there. I think I might like this ref, and it went downhill from there.
So you made the
2
ref
minutes later, he
overconfident.
Well, perhaps the ref heard him and remembered his ginger comments from last season and thought, "I'll show him." And then the ref's game deteriorated. Second half, tried to book the our team, and then that stupid sending off.
Smithy, stop doing your work, and we're talking about the ref. Come on.
I can't say it. It's naughty words.
An Ashford fan, for one of better words, an Ashford fan,
or John Wills, as we now call them.
Oh yes.
Well, that ref was a right John Wills. It's nice to know your name's been turned into a swear word.
No, I won't accept that, John Wills. I won't accept that. John Wills is not a swear word.
Too rude to be a swear word.
Exactly. One of the things that we noticed from the game is that obviously Joe Gabodi's not with us. He's gone back to Gillingham. I'm sure you'll share the same thoughts that he has come along and been exemplary. And from his great goals, his effort, he's got another chance for the Gillingham team.
Wish him well. I mean, we always knew it was going to be short. Came in, exemplary professional. No bad word to say about him. Wish him the best for his whole career.
Well, I've got a strong whisper that, it might not be the end of things, but, it just see how he gets on.
It seemed I saw Joe with his dad and asked him directly what's happening. Gillingham called him back, and is that his last game for Hastings? And he said yes. He seemed to say yes. And then I spoke to his dad a bit later, and his dad was saying, well, maybe, and maybe it's his last game for Gillingham. So I don't know. I think I might have misheard. Wouldn't be the first time, but I don't know. It's not clear cut, but whether. I think in some ways, looking at his potential and his age and his confidence and his poise and skills, that you think even he's going to go above Gillingham anyway, isn't he? At some point in his career, it seems, but you don't know, do you?
Yeah, it's early days for that sort of talk, John. But yeah, no, he's definitely more than good enough for this league. So, all the best to the lad. Do you know what I mean? When he was wearing a Hastings shirt, he gave 100%. You can't argue with that, can you? So, and it was a handy time. We were struggling with injuries. Do you know what I mean? It's he's done us a big favour there. Now Popey's got the goal. Lloyd Dawes nearly back to fitness, if not fit. James Hull, and maybe a mystery striker. Who knows? If Smithy's going to tell us who it is.
That sounded like you had news then.
Yeah, I was about to say, what is this? Breaking news of the podcast.
Well, I might have sniffs. I'm not giving out anything. No, I can't give out my sources. What?
Says the man with 5 kids.
That he knows of. That he knows of.
That he knows of. Yeah. Don't. I'm worn out.
It might be Nick. We haven't seen Nick for a while. I think he's probably been training.
Oh, what? Nick's producing children?
No, Nick is the mystery striker. If you get
but Nick's a little bit temperamental. Let's be honest. Imagine managing Nick, nasty Nick.
Has he gone near red card offences when we've been playing?
Yeah, he's No, we love Nick. One of the best supporters we have. Very opinionated, wouldn't you say, chaps?
I have not a leg to stand on of being opinionated.
Right, Smithy, stop doing work while you're on the podcast, please.
He does not work. He pretends to work.
If I hear any sex noises coming on now, make sure the volume's off.
Do you know what I'm doing?
Yeah. I don't know. Are you sending those emails out for the supporters club?
No, I'm writing a letter for Shannon because she's going to go around and get raffle prizes for our race night.
Oh, is she? So we need to give her some money, don't we?
No, she's going to get them for free with her charm and this letter.
Oh.
Hang on. Let's not go there. Shannon.
Where would you go?
Shannon, come on.
It's Friday the 30th. It'll be a week from when this comes out.
Yes. And please come on. Yeah, John, you'll be there, won't you? I'm off. I'm not working, so I'm going to be there.
Beware. I'm sorry, I drifted off. You got boring.
The pilot field surfer race night.
Supporters Club are hosting a race night next Friday the 30th.
Yeah.
That's good. Is that Black Lives Matter? Or...
no political events at the pilot field, John.
But haven't we?
If you want, we will all take a knee when the horses run. No? Okay, right. Let's move on to Cole Shorten. Cole Shorten is this Saturday at the pilot field. I am not working. I will be there.
Well, it's a rare one because you'll be there, but myself, George, and Daryl. So we've lost our drummer and our backup drummers. Someone else needs to step up the drumming on Saturday or tomorrow, as this podcast airs.
Well, I don't know anyone who. Well, this is a shout out to Pat McCrossan. I think Pat McCrossan needs to get his ass down there, then, didn't he?
What
Smithy,
about,
you need to message him. Go on.
What about George's Padawan from last night?
Oh, well, if they're not banned.
Right, hang on, fill me in. I weren't there. Come on.
Some drunken antics came from some youngsters last night, shall we say? We won't name and shame them, but George was trading them up, but they were getting drunker and rowdier. So
And when you're talking youngsters, how old are these people? Because obviously I'm old.
18.
18. Oh, it's not a youngster. 15-year-old's a youngster.
But I thought, there's the QPR
basically
lad.
a light. Oh, yeah, I know them. So lightweights. That's all you need to say. Lightweights.
Yeah,
They could be doing it.
If you're in South Africa, they'd call them soft gogs. But anyway, we move on. Anything else, guys? Can we talk about Carl Shorten, please? What are we thinking? I think it's 3 points. It's going to be 3 points.
If we think of it, the 3 teams above us have got really tough games. We were talking about it last night. So definitely all 3 of those games are losable. I mean, at the best case scenario, if we win that, we actually go into a playoff position. I know it's early days.
Right, yeah, come on, John, come on.
But think of that. We start off near the bottom of the league, and after a few games, when we've really got established, we're now up that end of the table. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, but I mean, as I said when I interviewed Gary Elphick, when we were struggling, like when we were down at the bottom, you don't look at the table does not tell you the kind of true outcomes until 12, 15 games in, doesn't it?
Yeah, but even then, you know, 2/3 had gone, and you can start a run and like we did last season. But think about it, this time last season, what position were we?
We
barely played a game with all the cup games.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't remember.
And to be fair, I think we're in a position right now because obviously both Lewis and Folkestone, we had shots wrong side the post. They went in 4 more points. Averley, wrong decision. Maybe that's 5 more points. We have 5 more points, we joint top. So
even getting when Finn got sent off, that we played well. That
second half, we dominated that game. So yeah, I am really confident about Saturday and the whole season.
Yeah, I mean, ifs and buts, but the way the team has been playing last, 5-6 games, it's been a joy. It's been a real joy.
4-game unbeaten run in the league, and have we conceded a goal or have we conceded 1 goal? Yeah, I think.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to mention our radio card, our HUFC radio on Twitter. It was invaluable for me, so I could catch our Hastings boys winning 1-0 away.
I'll be listening to you on the wedding on Saturday. I won't be listening to that boring stuff. I'll be listening to the radio card, the real stuff.
The real.
Did you not follow it on Twitter? Twitter was amazing last night.
Your Twitter game was average. No, well, it was great. It was great as ever.
You didn't look at it.
No, I did have a look. It's like, someone's been subbed. Right.
Just to summarise.
Yeah.
To summarise, well done, Hastings United. 4 clean sheets, more than Laverick.
Hey.
Very good. Did you ever write Only Fools and Horses, John?
Yeah.
Right. Chaps, thank you. Take care. Thank you, Adam, Robbie, and John for coming on. I will definitely see you. I won't see Robbie at the game, but he goes to lots of games, so I'm never going to be critical. Thanks, chaps. And I know all of us either will be listening or being there at the Pilot Field to cheer the boys on Saturday.
Yay.
See ya.
That's it for another week, grassroots football fans. Whoever you're going to watch this week, make sure you're loud and proud. As ever, if you want to get in contact with the show or have any suggestions or want to get in on our weekly roundtables, that email again is hufcpod@gmail.com or on the Twitter, which is @HUFCpodcast. You can get this podcast on all major platforms, be it Google Podcasts, Audible, iTunes, Spotify or Amazon Music. And we have a jam-packed YouTube channel, chock-a-block, full of video interviews and episodes from the podcast. Please, please, please give it a look, a comment or a like, but definitely subscribe. It's all free. All that's left for me to say is I've been your host, Chris Laverick. Hope you have a good week and see you at the game.